Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks. Now, I personally feel as though Wendy is regaining her mental clarity and is coming up with more ways to escape her situation she's currently trapped in by her guardian. Wendy sent an SOS to her fans and photographers down below her 5th-story window while in the assisted living facility where she's currently being held. The note read, "Help! Wendy!" Currently, 2 New York City agencies have launched investigations into Wendy's guardianship, and she recently had an interview with Adult Protective Services. Wendy is actively working to address the situation because before you knew it, police had arrived to check on her. Shortly afterwards, the ambulance was called and Wendy was rushed to a nearby hospital. Now, while at the hospital, Wendy underwent a mental capacity test where she was asked 10 questions and she passed with flying colors. Now, in this video, we'll break down exactly what that means for the talk show Maven and so much more. But before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more. Now, let's get back into it. Wendy is the true definition of if there's a will, there's a way. New York authorities have initiated 2 separate investigations into the circumstances surrounding Wendy Williams' guardianship. Now, sources close to Wendy revealed that she recently had an interview with Adult Protective Services, which has also contacted people in her inner circle to inquire about her living conditions at a New York assisted living facility. Now, Wendy is confined to the 5th floor in the memory unit, unable to leave the floor without permission from an attendant. Now, several individuals close to Wendy assert that she shows no sign of memory issues, making her confinement to the memory unit seem inhumane. Now, photographers spotted Wendy looking out of her window while on the phone yesterday, appearing to call for help. Now, TMZ has reported that Adult Protective Services also reached out to Wendy's niece, Alex Feeney, asking a series of questions about the various restrictions imposed on Wendy under the guardianship. Now, in addition to Adult Protective Services, police paid a visit to Wendy at the facility as part of a welfare check, and an NYPD patrol car was parked outside the building on Monday morning. Now, Wendy, through people close to her, has asked both the NYPD and Adult Protective Services to launch an investigation into her guardianship and her guardian, Miss Sabrina Morrissey.
My name is Gina Lisa Monterosso. I work for Connect Care Advisory Group. I'm here to assist Wendy and her family in guiding her and navigating through this guardianship process, and hopefully assisting her to be a care manager.
Now, Gina is the true MVP and has been a beacon of light attempting to assist Wendy through this healthcare system. She sent a letter recently to Adult Protective Services formally requesting a probe into what she saw as troubling circumstances surrounding Wendy's treatment. In the letter obtained by TMZ, Gina Lisa raises issues about Wendy's restrictions at a New York assisted living facility where she's confined to the 5th floor memory unit and not allowed to leave without approval from staff. Now, Gina says the circumstances raise significant concerns regarding her legal rights, personal autonomy, and overall well-being, which warrant immediate attention. Adult Protective Services did take her concerns seriously, and that's the reason why 2 probes were initiated, one with Adult Protective Services and the other one with the NYPD. So when the police came in and picked Wendy up yesterday, they took her in an ambulance and she was taken to an area hospital. Now, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Wendy scored 10 out of 10 on a psych exam, which is called a capacity test. She was asked 10 questions to determine if she was alert and oriented, and she answered every one correctly. Now, we've all heard Wendy's multiple interviews with The Breakfast Club, seen her on TMZ. Wendy sounds the same. She still has her wit. She's sharp. She seems cognitively aware, and it ain't too much that you can get past her. So it's not surprising that she was able to pass this exam by the psychiatrist. However, the results of the test are radically different from the assessment of the guardian, who has filed legal documents saying that her condition is getting worse and not better. Wendy was diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia and aphasia, which is a diagnosis that she disputes. Now, she was not examined Monday to determine if she was misdiagnosed. However, the results from this capacity test will be forwarded to the judge in the guardianship case. Now, Sabrina Morrissey, who happens to be Wendy's guardian, recently spoke to Vanity Fair regarding Wendy Williams, and she said, "Can she speak?" responding to some of the social media and tabloid chatter that highlighted Williams' interview performance. Yes, she's a professional speaker, but when I speak to her and it's not scripted and it's not repetitive, do I see issues with her speech? Yes, I do, but the public isn't having conversations with her the way I do. Now, when she was assigned to the case, Morrissey didn't know much about Williams or the news surrounding her health decline. She said she wasn't very familiar with Spears' case either, meaning Britney Spears, and that her day-to-day work hadn't changed in its aftermath. While she could imagine general instances of exploitation within the conservatorship structure, she said she'd have nothing to gain from restricting Wendy Williams' movements, and that given the level of judicial oversight, if you wanted to take money or do something that wasn't legal or proper, a guardianship would be the absolute wrong place to do it.
I don't understand why people be telling stories all the time. There's nothing more infuriating than a lie.
Morrissey enjoys the practical and interpersonal challenges that accompany cases such as Williams's. As a guardian, you are a fiduciary, she said. I can't let whatever happens in the public affect how I respond to her and how I continue to help her. Now, in regards to Wendy saying she feels like she's trapped in a glamorous prison and she's unable to leave the 5th floor or even the building without permission, Sabrina has this to say. Nobody's saying that Wendy can't leave a building, citing 2 recent trips to Florida for her son's graduation and her father's 94th birthday, but that has become a thread that people pick up on. The fact that Sabrina is using these 2 events to say, hey, I let Wendy go outside, is enough for me to say go ahead and get rid of the guardianship. Her son's graduation and her father's 94th birthday are 2 events that she had to ask Sabrina for permission to leave the state for. The fact that Sabrina is wanting kudos for allowing Wendy to participate in those events is beyond baffling to me. And let's not forget, Wendy was allegedly threatened for conducting that first Breakfast Club interview, and she was told that she may not be able to see her father for his 94th birthday. And speaking on being punished, according to Morrissey, Williams' cats were a bonded pair of siblings who were rehomed amid Williams' move between medical facilities. Williams' current building only allows 1 cat per resident. Morrissey said that Williams didn't want to split the pair and that when presented with an option to get a new single cat, she declined.
So my cats are gone, everybody, and I did not know that until I talked to my guardian person, and she told me that the cats are, I said, you mean they are gone, chit-chatting my way, my twin cats, they're gone.
Now, I checked the website and it said small pets are allowed, and I called and they said more than 1 cat is allowed. But hey, Sabrina said it's only 1. So if you recall, Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club attempted to go see Wendy the day before they did their first interview with Wendy on the Breakfast Club. She was denied entry. They told her Wendy was not there, and then Sabrina allegedly made a call to Wendy and told her this.
Lauren, I want to say something because I did hear yesterday about you going, and it was like the whole mess, which you just explained.
Yes.
Also, I want to go a little bit further with that, Wendy, because we talked about this yesterday. That happened, and the alarm bells started ringing. That's when my aunt was told, oh, and I'm paraphrasing here, but you know, your cats chit-chatting my way. And anybody that's a Wendy fan knows how much my aunt loves chit-chatting my way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gave those cats away. You don't have them anymore.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Your dad's birthday? Well, that's up in the air. You're going to have to talk with Linda.
So again, Wendy has been getting punished, but now every alarm, every bell, every siren has been rang, and all eyes are on Sabrina. Last but not least, I wanted to update you on this. Wendy Williams is set to return to national TV for the first time in 4 years this Friday as she appears on the hit show The View. Now, ABC announced on Sunday that the daytime talk show host will be a guest on The View via phone interview. Williams will join the ladies of the talk show on Friday, March 14th. Now, although it will be a phone interview, it's unclear if the audience will be able to see Williams. Wendy has been doing live phone interviews while standing in the window at her assisted living facility, but the phone interview will feature Gina Lisa, so I am sure it will be something to watch. But in the meantime, in between time, what I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about Wendy dropping that note and breaking out of that facility? Leave a comment, you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. But before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of my new episodes.